Bonjour. Here is a recipe I'm gonna show you. This is something very simple. I wanted to show you this kind of recipe to people who are always in a rush or who just want to make a quick meal, even if they enjoy the very good food. And also something cheap. So it's meant for the cheapskate, for people who are broke. And let's call that the Lolo's recipe for fish, if you want. Otherwise you can call it whatever you want. I won't mind, I won't be there to check out. So in order to proceed, you need those following ingredients. So first of all, you need some kind of white fish such as cod, some hake fish, or some collie fillet. I personally use some collie fillets. This is frozen one, therefore it's squarey. No need to say that fish should not be squarey, should not get that shape. But this is fish though, this is natural fish, it's just that it's frozen. And now the other ingredients required are olive oil. You see, I bought the cheapest one, but this is good one because this is extra vierge, the best one. Lemon juice, okay, cumin, dried tomatoes, tomates séchées, black pepper, poivre noir, coriander, parsley. Okay, this is dehydrated parsley. Of course, it is best to have something 100% natural in a way that it will be tastier for sure. But I'm addressing this to people who, well, who wants to do it fast. And otherwise, if you use anything like such as a fresh parsley, will do fine and even better for sure. This is balsamico di Modena, balsamic vinegar. Then, with all these ingredients, olive oil, lemon juice, dried tomatoes, black pepper, coriander, parsley, balsamic vinegar, cumin, and hagfish or collie fillet. This is another thing that I would like to add, which will make it tastier. This is called pignon de pin, and you know pignon de pin. Those are pine nuts, so you need to add some pine nuts, pignon de pin, in order to make it 100% yummy. And of course, the tools required are a pan and another pan. So let's start. I've poured some olive oil in each pan. Let's say that about 3 to 4 big spoons of olive oil will do in each pan. Frying pan. And now I'm gonna put the fish in the first pan, the biggest one. So you see, here is the fish. Once again, if you've bought some fresh fish, it would be better. But I mean, as long as it's natural fish, that's the main thing. Here, I add the other piece of fish, the third one, and the fourth one. Now, I start to cook, okay? And as it is frying in the pan, gently, of course, then I put some cumin in it. I do it instinctively, but as you can see, I can put, well, a fair quantity of cumin, because cumin is something I think not too hot, of course. So according to the taste, you can put, well, quite a good portion of cumin. Then some black pepper. Okay. Maybe I'm a little too generous on black pepper. So once again, it's a question of taste. You can just add just a few, well, a little amount of black pepper. Well, whereas probably I probably put too much black pepper, but well, it's a question of taste. I just think that black pepper add a lot, just like in a lot of recipe, a lot of great taste. But my favorite ingredient is the cumin. And of course you will be better off putting more cumin than black pepper, because needless to say, black pepper is a little hotter. So now I've added some parsley. Once again, the fresh parsley will be better, but I don't have any. And now, while it is cooking here, the fish, now I have a look at this frying pan, and what's missing in it? The dried tomatoes. Dried tomatoes. And the pine nuts that I will pour in it. So let's say the perfect quantity is this. Given that the pine nuts are very expensive nowadays, unfortunately, well, we cannot put too much of it. But I know most of the people, usually when you love pine nuts, you love it a lot. So, but still, I mean, let's say that 2 spoons will be enough. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is hard to hold this. I put some, well, I add to the pine nuts some balsamic vinegar. Let's say that amounts to 2 spoons of balsamic vinegar. And now, what's missing? The dried tomato. So now I'm gonna add the dried tomatoes in very small pieces, as you can see. I'm gonna pour that in the frying pan along with the pine nuts and the balsamic vinegar. Here it is. And now let's see what's happening with the fish. Look at that. It's frying perfectly, just the way I want it to. And now I turn around, making sure it's not gonna burn, but it has to get a golden look. It has to look like it's fried a little, to be appétissant, as we say in French, yummy, to make the mouth water. And now I've turned it around while the fried tomatoes, the pine nuts, along with the balsamic vinegar, is also cooking gently. And last but not least, I think this is the icing on the cake. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the lemon juice is the icing on the cake. So here I pour the lemon juice. As you can see, it amounts to, because I do it instinctively, but it amounts to 4 spoons of lemon juice. So now that it's frying gently, let's wait until the pine nuts are turned into a golden color. And be careful with the dried tomatoes because it tends to burn kind of quickly. Whereas the fish is okay because it was kind of a little swampy because it was frozen, so it takes a little longer to cook and to have a golden color. So the main purpose is to have a golden color. But once again, it shouldn't have a black color because it's gonna burn. So around 2 to 4 minutes will be enough. I think the pine nuts are already done because it cooks kind of quickly. So I'd rather stop that. So let's see what it's gonna look like in a few minutes, the fish. Oh, I'm looking forward to having a look. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the result for the Lolo's fish, the simplest fish ever to impress your guests. And this won't cost you too much, so if you definitely don't want to spend too much money on this, but you still have very good tastes in the world of food, look at this and enjoy. You don't need to be rich to eat haute gastronomie. Enjoy. Bye-bye.